Hello, my name is James DeMeo, and I'm the director of the Orgone Biophysical Research Laboratory in rural Oregon. And I would like to welcome you to the Orgone Biophysical Lab's Video Archive. The purpose of this particular video is just to introduce you to the materials that we will be presenting on this larger video archive. It will include a lot of material going back about 50 years of my life's work, both in the universities and later in this private institute that I developed. And the video archive includes seminars and lectures by different scholars who have come to our center to give lectures to students at a couple of conferences and seminars we hosted. And these materials are really quite extensive. There are laboratory experiments that have been done which are documented on videotapes. The different experiments that Wilhelm Reich developed to prove the existence of the orgone energy with the orgone energy accumulator. We will show you those devices and the experiments in some detail. We also have a lot of video material from field experiments that were done with the Wilhelm Reich Cloudbuster device. And those include experiments done in the United States, as well as overseas in Israel, Namibia, in southern Africa, and also the eastern Horn of Africa, where a 5-year desert greening project was organized and carried out under my direction. Now, these materials are really earth-shaking according to a lot of people who've seen them. They're not known very much because of suppression of these findings of my own, which have been suppressed almost as much as the work of Reich himself. Most people know that Wilhelm Reich, in his later years, was attacked by the media in the United States and slandered badly. He was subjected to a phony investigation by the United States Food and Drug Administration, which ultimately landed him in court, where he was convicted of a minor technical violation of a cosmetic labeling law. And this led to the burning and the banning of his books, his many books on research and clinical subjects, in experimental work, in his journals. They were all taken off to incinerators in New York City and burned. My own work has not been burned, but it certainly has suffered an informal ban of mention. I'm censored from Wikipedia, which is probably a good thing given the nature of that particular forum. But it also robs people of the truth about the amount of verifying scientific material that supports his findings, because the reputation of Wilhelm Reich right now is not in a good shape, mainly due to the lying and the fabrication of slanders against him that are dominant on the mainstream media. So the materials that are organized here in this video archive, as well as the books that I've published, address that malignant situation. What we have in the video archive are not only the seminar lectures, but we also have documentation from my laboratory experiments, from field experiments with the Cloudbuster. A lot of these materials were filmed as we were doing the research. And the formats of them are not all that great. They were originally in U-matic or VHS or later High 8 and Digital 8 formats. But we've done a pretty good job using modern computers and digitizing those tapes into a better format and supplementing those videos with still images of a much higher resolution as we are talking about the particular phenomenon. And overall, I think you will find it very, very interesting material. Now, the materials are going to be made available on a fee basis. We cannot afford to just give them away. You can periodically come and go from our archive and see what's new. It's going to take a couple of years, I imagine, for the whole batch of materials that we have to be finally loaded up and presented. I'm sure you're going to find the materials in our video archive to be educational and of much interest, and I appreciate your watching this video and the other ones to come. Thank you and best wishes.